Danger, we're live.
Danger, we are live. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Blanks and Fattie Show. This is Blanks.
This is Fattie.
And it's Sunday night, 9 o'clock. What a fucking week, man.
Yeah, I mean, so for starters, we had a guest sadly have to drop out last second. But be on the lookout for a future Law & Order episode.
Yes, definitely be look out for the future Law episode. So, which brings us to what we're doing this evening. We're sitting in the stream over on the GUWM. And anybody that feels free to come over and just hang out and talk with us and maybe listen to our shenanigans and chime in on our shenanigans, please jump in.
There will be shenanigans.
There will be shenanigans. All kinds of shenanigans.
Oh, God. Can I start off with a shenanigan?
You say shenanigan one more time. I swear to God, I'm going to pistol whip you.
Hey, Seb. Where's that place? What's the name of that place you like to eat at? You know, with all the shit on the walls.
I would have been great if he walked in.
Shenanigans? Oh. Oh, man. That's a joke that will live forever.
Forever.
So, wait. Before shenanigans. Beer. So... We're pretty sure that Baxter Brewing...
Well, first of all, I want to say congratulations. Oh. You made it. You made it all the way through no drink... Is that what it was?
Dry January. Dry January.
You know, that doesn't even rhyme.
I know, it's really hard. It doesn't roll off the tongue very well. Like the hard D and then right to a hard J. You know, the dry January.
I like the more like the hard D right into the hard A.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, either way, not optimal. But it being about 3 hours before the month expires, I figure why not destroy something beautiful. So we're gonna try Baxter's Innuendo White Russian styled stout tonight, and I gotta say we're pretty sure that they must have put a camera in our house at some point.
Baxter did
way back in the day.
Baxter did drop some spyware on us. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
the name Innuendo is pretty damn close to our, what was that? Where we were, the Double Entendre.
Yeah, we had Double Entendre, and Innuendo was one of the other names that we came up with because half of our beer names were innuendos. All hail Browntown. That was a great brown ale. A nut brown ale, to be specific. But, this channel's 18 plus. So anyway... We are drinking Baxter Innuendo White Russian Style Stout, and we will let you know what we think. That being said, shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Okay, we got to talk about Wall Street and what's going on out there.
You know what? I only caught that at the end. At the very end. Hi, Beans.
What's up, Beans?
Wait. Before we go into Wall Street, I want to let you know, I caught a very interesting podcast the other day. I was just browsing through all my friends, and... I've been waiting for an invitation to go on, but catch an episode of Beans in the Basement.
Beans in the Basement. I haven't seen that either.
It's good. I caught the one where I kind of glimpsed onto when he was talking about his TikTok videos and stuff. Beans, I am not a TikTok follower, but if I was, I would follow you. Full-heartedly. But it's nice to see you, Beans. It's nice to see you.
It's nice to see you. Eyes to see you.
Eyes
to meet you. So check out FX Beans channel, and also check out the Reddit channel Wall Street Bets, because it is a hoot. For those of you who aren't familiar with what's going on, and if you're not, I feel like there's a bit of living under a rock here. But GameStop's become popular again.
Yeah, very popular.
Yeah, great place. You just go trade in a video game for 25 cents and buy them for $25.
Dude, my niece works that system so hardcore. She calls it renting video games. She goes in and buys a game, plays it for the 7 days, goes back and returns it. And then gets another game.
I'm done with this. That's game in the system. Jeez, shameful. Shame.
I was so proud of her when she told me this.
So GameStop was famously shorted by a couple brokers. And so what's going on right now is there's a massive shortfall in these shares that they have to buy back. And so you got a lot of folks that just kind of decided to shoot the moon. And
I want to know what the final dig count after chatter room roulette since the last time.
Oh my God.
Live?
I you tell me, man. That's that one's enough. Let me tell you.
I went for the gusto. I wasn't 100% sure, but after the 5th dick, I was out. I was done. Five dicks is my limit, man.
So in other news, my limit was 3 shares with GameStop. I want to see how this works out. You have a bunch of guys who are sitting there, and they're basically saying, like, we're not going to sell. Oh, and I think it's important to tell you, I'm not a financial analyst. As they would tell you on that site itself, they eat crayons. Like, this is not something you should listen to, but it is something you could definitely be interested in. So don't take any advice. I'm going to try not to even give any because I'm not a licensed securities professional.
I'm semi upset with myself. I don't know where this is going. I jumped in the game I feel like way too late. I caught it early in the morning on Friday at 197. I saw it. I should have bought it. It looked nice. It looked pretty. I walked by the store. I looked in the window and I was like, hey, look at that. It's a 197. That's a good price. Later on that day, I looked at it and it's like $333 and I'm like, it's not that nice. No,
there was a quick dip, and the theory is
then
that
it dropped back down to 197, and then I went back on there, and I was back up 337, and I'm like, motherfucker.
Yep,
I should have went out on 197.
I missed that dip too. But that being said, it's interesting to see what's going to happen. You have a bunch of people that are just like, oh wait, this hurts the hedge funds? I'm all in. We're going to the moon, boys. Strap in.
I was looking at it as like, fuck the man.
Yeah, I really feel like that you can kind of bank on a little bit of like double middle finger action to a movement. When people are being stubborn assholes, it's like, okay, you can bet on that. That's a weighted dice right there.
But so then I'm looking at it, and I decided to watch this video about their thoughts with the real guy that was the real Wall Street Wolf on Wall Street, and he was going on about he thinks there's going to be quite a bit of lawsuits coming after this as well.
Maybe. I mean, honestly, people just bought stock. I mean, from what I see, I mean, I don't know what you'd call collusion these days.
But the thing is, though, people, and he is saying that it was not wrong that people just bought stock. Mm-hmm. The fact was, you bought stock, and now you're making rich people pay money, and they're not happy about it.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that this is sort of a one-sided coin myself, but let's not get into all that. But that being said, these guys. So you had a Reddit user. He's been doxxed already, but deep fucking value. So, which, by the way, it's really hilarious thinking about like these hedge fund managers, like their research departments are going mad because they're having to read things that are written by a guy named Dumpy Potato 47. and like you don't want to lose to that guy. That must feel pretty awful for a pro,
right?
But
right.
So my thought is
Charles Van Welder is losing to fucking Sack Potato.
John Fuckstick. You know, it's just like holy moly. This is what's creating a problem. I forget my original point because the names are the culture of that thing. It's offensive and also hilarious, and there's really something wrong.
That's Wall Street's got to realize now at this point in time, the culture is completely different, and that's what's changing us all as an all. We're totally into a whole nother culture. Like
there is more information access now.
There is, and with these apps, you're making the average Joe, a teacher, a dishwasher, whoever wants to, buy fractions. Mm-hmm. You can buy a fraction. Quids fucking bought a fracture of the bit market. Mm-hmm. Make $20 and cashed out. Like that's a quick, easy $20. I do have a friend coming on later on. I asked him to come on this evening, and he couldn't do it as well. He actually went out to Vermont, but he's a computer programmer, and he stock trades just for a living. Mm-hmm. And we were discussing all of this stuff, and it's.
We should get him on. I want to.
I do. I definitely. He wants to come on. He's the one that says that we should change our name to drink minimum.
To drink minimum.
So
I feel like when we hit affiliate status, guys, by which you can help us do by increasing our followers, that's when we have the two drink minimum show.
If you come across us and you're listening to us and you're like, these guys are
they're like, is
funny?
that just the same show with a different name? Probably. Probably.
But yeah, we're rallying for two drink minimum.
Yeah, that's some good shit. Get that tattooed on your arm now before it's too late.
Doing it.
Because I will sue you if I find that on you in 25 years.
Stonks.
I'll be interested to see how this whole thing works out. I'm wondering what the industry will do, because that's been I think the most fascinating part of the story is like what Robinhood did with shutting down.
It shut down and then they opened up.
Well, they shut down selling. They
closed out. Like you couldn't do it, and then they go.
No, they shut down buying, user buys, like retail user buys. I'm so sorry. See, this is why, again, don't listen to us. This is not financial advice. The lawyers tell me I have to keep saying that.
The one that didn't make it on tonight.
Yeah, I know, right? Speaking of Law and Order, but
Jesus Christ,
I'll be interested to see how this works out. And it was fun getting my skin in the game, because now I get to have diamond hands and shoot to the moon.
Right? And you guys, we're all in this together. Just imagine. If you haven't bought your stock yet, buy in now so we can get more money. Remember, and you can get more money.
Apes together, strong. Anywho, moving on. Next story. Where are you at, Mr. Bikes?
Before I go to the next story, I would like to. What do you think about this beer? It's supposed to be so this is a White Russian style stout. First of all, not dark. This looks more like a pale, complete pale. Mm-hmm. And it tastes like. I don't get a White Russian from it. I mean, it has a creamy. Definitely use lactose. That's where they're getting the White Russian from. But it tastes more bourbon-ish than it does.
That's a fair way to put it. I mean, when I think of a stout, I generally think darker. I'm generally wanting like a more roasted profile to it. Mm-hmm. This has, it's not a bad beer. I feel like this one's a successfully marketed beer.
They just wanted it in our name.
It's successfully marketed. It's a good beer. I'm enjoying drinking it. It's they did a great job, but I'd want to know why they called it a stout, and I don't know what that reason is.
Neither do I. It is too light to be to me. It's too light to be a stout, even a porter. I mean, I wish we had more light in the studio.
It's got a bit thicker mouthfeel.
Yeah, well, I mean that's the only thing they have. But you know what also has a really thicker mouthfeel?
Don't finish that sentence. Moving to commercial break. We'll be back live with the news.
So my story, I got a few, and we're also going to start off with going on your story. A 10-year-old invested in GameStop as well. So you got this 10-year-old that was following following the chat on Reddit. First of all, who's letting this kid on that website on Reddit? Because I heard the first 5 sentences.
How it started. Can I mention how it started?
Yeah.
It started when the user Deep Fucking Value bought a bunch of stocks. He did what I believe they call YOLOing on Wall Street bets, and he YOLO'd a ton of money into it, saying, "I'm confident in this one." And the lucky bastard rolled a 20.
Natural.
He rolled a natural 20. And right now he's I believe his current standings were somewhere in like the 48 million vicinity. Like he's made a ton, but he's holding.
Hold the line.
Yeah, he's holding, and everyone's just going, "Oh my God, you're insane! You're not following foundations. You could be rich now." And he's just like the Joker in Batman. He's burning the money pile. He's like.
He doesn't have a plan. He don't even know what to do with it.
This is about sending a message. I'm gonna totally imply what he thinks as he dials in to disagree. That's not what I meant. I'm just waiting for the question.
So, Jaden Carr of San Antonio, Texas, 10-year-old is playing the long game as well. The amateur invested in the stock in the hedge stock game with GameStop, and he is now bought him. He's made $3,200 on a share for GameStop, and he fucking started off with $60.
Yeah,
This kid knew
it's like
what
a
was all wrong.
5,000% growth. He
This kid was like following
Dude,
the game before us.
imagine being a kid and your mom's like, I'll buy that stock for you, honey. I heard you read about it on that website. the Read It website.
Would you let your daughter read Reddit?
No, I wouldn't. I actually don't even want my kids on social media, to be honest with you. Like,
do you consider Reddit? I guess
I can't
Reddit
control them, but I guess I could. Let's not get into authoritarianism. That's a difficult topic.
You know, I'll tell you about this router I got. I have control about who's on what internet site just by the click of my phone.
Oh, very good. Very good.
We'll talk details on that one later.
But just imagine being that kid for a second, because mom says, okay, I'll buy it, whatever. I'm sure that she actually probably read it and was fine, but she's like, why do they talk like this? They call themselves retards all the time.
The question is, if you were that kid and you have $32,000 or $3,200, what's the first thing you buy?
Mom buys the stock, and one day mom walks to the kid and says, Billy, we need to sell the stock. Okay, mom, sure. Billy, here's a check for $3,270. Oh God, can you imagine how much juicy fruit you could have got back in the day with that?
Do you think you bought juicy fruit?
Oh, dude, what would you have bought from the 90s with your GameStop check?
I would have bought my Super Nintendo, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Buy
a Super Nintendo.
10? I mean, I got one of it. Well, actually, 10. NES. I would have bought my NES.
Oh,
maybe
nice.
a Super Soaker.
I would have bought a live actor Ninja Turtle. Be like, just live in my house.
What did you have gotten?
Just live in my house with me. That's all you need to do.
Would you pay the full price and actually get Corey? Was it Corey Haim?
I don't remember who it was.
It was one of the Coreys, right? That played Donatello, right?
I don't think that was Feldman, was it?
I think it was No, I think it was Haim.
Oh, it could be. It could be. Don't quote me on that. Because the actors became the Turtles. I don't need to know their names. I just know them. Which Donatello, man.
Which Ninja Turtle would you actually buy? Who would you pay for to hang out with?
I hung out with I hung out with all of them. Second, my parents only ever bought me shit for my birthday and Christmas.
I also want to let you know. You're paying for friends.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay,
I was a socially awkward kid. We don't need to go down that path.
So, which turtle would be your friend?
Which turtle would be my friend? I really liked Leonardo. Leonardo was my favorite.
Yeah?
I was like, I grew up watching Star Trek The Next Generation. Hey, we got a guest. Hey!
Mr.
What up?
Oh,
Major.
man. What's up, buddy?
Did you get the first question I got? Chicken dinner?
First game yes, last game no.
No. Was it a fried chicken dinner or was it rotisserie?
Fried.
Fried, baked and fried, or just fried?
Just fried, baby.
No panko?
No.
Bean says, "What's up?"
Oh, hey, Beans.
Beans
so
is on.
We were just talking. Did you join?
We got some fucking questions for you.
We got questions.
Oh, God.
So, chicken dinners on the reg. I love that. I love the chicken dinners on the reg. That's.
Oh my god.
So did you jump in? Did you buy stock? Do you play the hedge fund game?
No, but I should have.
Dude,
you're one of those guys when I finally tell you
get
that
in
I
Monday,
cashed
do it. If you can do it, get in.
I
am not a stock trading professional, and this is not licensed stock professional advice. Do not listen to me. I eat crayons.
All right. So other news is that I got.
Other news is.
Yeah. So Major, did you know that Shield is now a real government program in the U.S. and Canada?
Really?
Yes. The Strategic Homeland Intelligence, Economic, and Land Defense is a potential corporation of NORAD? The NORAD, sir. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
The Astro agency that prevents security.
So NORAD's aerospace.
Yep.
And they just made a worldwide shield organization.
Yes.
Are you worried yet? How worried are you? 1 to 10.
A 4.5.
4.5. I think that's fair. That seems reasonable.
Are you worried that they're going to recruit you? That's the next question.
No, I'm fat.
Well, like, here's the thing. Is it the case where is it probable that there are aliens, but they're not dangerous? Or it's very not probable that there are aliens, but they're going to be dangerous?
A little bit of both.
Do you also think that the Greys cause Corona?
What?
I don't know. Don't know how to answer that one.
So given how the country responded to the coronavirus and the difficulty with attaining high levels of mask usage, how do you feel an alien virus would do if it swept through the planet?
Pretty well.
Yeah.
So we were gonna do a Law and Order episode, but before yeah, so we have some Law and Order themed stuff for you. But before we get to that, I wanted to ask you to chat with us. Tell us what's going on with you, man. How are you?
You know, been just working and sleeping and working, dealing with this fucking snow. I'm over it. I'm ready for it to be done.
We actually supposed to get
80
snow
tons,
tomorrow.
80 tons of white bullshit in my driveway.
Right.
Oh man, I've only busted the snowblower out twice this year, and the second time I really didn't have to.
Tomorrow's supposed to be the day.
Tomorrow's supposed to be the day. That's what I hear, and I'm planning on my power potentially going out. So that will affect my work.
Should I keep you guys ready for down here? Should I set up?
I know, right? You guys have a more stable power grid for survival. It's for survival. Yeah, we'll have a special episode. Anyway.
For the zombies.
Oh man.
So
speaking of Law and Order, our guest tonight was going to be a Law and Order professional. I have to ask you first off, Major Macaron, what is your knowledge level of law of United States law, U.S. law?
Not very. Not very.
Not very.
Should we warm them up with my questions first then?
Will any of what you say constitute legal advice to a reasonable person?
No.
Excellent. See, very good. We're covering our asses. We're already doing the legal thing. Go ahead, Blanks. What do you got for him?
All right. So, I was at work today. I pulled in 50 hours, but at work, you know, you get time when you don't have your headphones because they died, and you have these questions that are pouncing around in your head. And I was going to ask our tonight's guest, and now you're tonight's guest, so I have some questions I need to ask you because they were bouncing around in my head. Like, Number one, what does love really have to do with it?
I don't know. I mean, it depends.
Is it just a secondhand emotion?
I guess.
But what's the heart of having a heart when a heart is meant to be broken?
I don't see the point, I guess.
Yeah, me neither.
Boys, that is one count of copyright violation. Strike one.
Damn it. Demonetized.
Yeah. They spoke the lyrics to an old song.
Number two is, we love you too. We love you too, Brandon. Number two is, I really want to know, what does it take to be number one? If three nobody remembers and two is not a winner, what does it take to be number one?
That is a very good question.
Right? Do you have an idea? What would you say it takes to be number one?
I don't know. Determination, maybe?
Determination. Okay, I'll take that. I'll accept that. I gotta work on my determination a little bit more.
Anyway, sorry, but number one.
He's doing the walking theme song here.
I'm just showing off my acapella.
And just finally, I just really want to know, really want to know, why doesn't Natalie Portman hang out with us anymore?
That is a great question.
I'm like,
I don't remember either, dude. That was a really fucked up night.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Well, like, the last thing I remember was when you fought that dude.
Threw him down to the ground.
Yeah.
Elbow to the face.
I just don't know why you still were carrying that gallon of milk around with you.
Where did that come from?
He's always bringing up milk. What are you talking about?
He likes to milk.
Oh my god.
He likes to milk the MILF. What?
Yeah, Beans. Don't you remember Natalie Portman? She snorted all the yay.
So Natalie is she's really cool, man. Just imagine how cool she could be. She's cooler.
Fun fact. You know who I've actually hung out with? And I was talking. Okay, so I was talking to this guy at work, and his English is very broken. I can't remember. He's from a country in Africa, and I really don't remember what country it is. But we were talking about it, and he found out I'm from California, so we were talking about California, and he asked me if I knew Jack Bauer. And it took me a second to realize who Jack Bauer was. Do you know who Jack Bauer is?
No.
24? Keith Sutherland?
Mm-mm.
Do you know who Keith Sutherland is?
We're old.
Oh my god, I am old.
They got us.
Dude,
How did
have you ever
Kiefer Sutherland fall out of style?
Do you like vampire movies?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever watched Lost Boys?
I mean...
Okay,
I've seen,
that's a no, and you
seen
need
the
to go and
whole
watch
movie.
Lost Boys.
You have seen probably 20 films with Kiefer Sutherland in them, but he's so good, you didn't know who he was.
Fun fact. Okay, so I actually met Keith Sutherland one night at a bar. We took shots, we did karaoke, we hung out. He's actually a really nice guy. I got a picture token with him. And I told the guy, after I realized who Jack Bauer was, because I'm not a 24 fan, I asked the guy, I got a picture of me and Jack Bauer. I'll bring it in. I totally haven't brought it in. I totally forgot about it. I have to download it off my computer. So, yeah, I've actually hung out with Keith Sutherland.
Nice.
But other than that, go watch Lost Boys.
Does
Best
he party?
vampire movie. Yeah,
Just get fuck yeah.
What?
It's Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah,
More like Kiefer Funland. That guy's awesome.
I also restarted Pokemon Shield.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you gonna join us on the classic quest, or are you just along for the ride on that one?
What do you mean?
Have you been playing? Have you dived back into classic? Yeah.
Classic WoW?
Yeah.
No, not yet. I mean, I can. I just haven't. I've just been seeing Brandon and what's his nuts? Brandon and fucking Ty playing
some classic.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really like classic.
It's the grind. You didn't like the grind. Actually, I don't like classic for one reason: is I don't know where the dungeons are.
You guys are slandering Blizzard. Boom, strike two.
Listen. Listen, I own stock in Blizzard. I can slander them if I want.
I own this. I'm going to talk as much shit as I can.
And more if I want.
That is why I came here. So, actually, so it's about 9:30, and that means 10 question time.
10 question
It's
time.
10 question time. So we're going to do a little bit of acting here. I think that's going to be the fun part here. So what I want you to imagine is that you are a fourth-year law student. And it's important to visualize your classroom. Can you tell us what your classroom looks like?
A giant lecture hall.
Nice. What color are the windows?
Windows don't typically have color.
Good answer. He's doing good. He's 100%
What
right
if
now.
they're stained glass?
Well, I mean, technically, yes, you're right.
No,
yeah, I mean, if
technically,
it's
but
stained,
yeah, I'm right.
if it's stained glass, then okay. But typical.
Chef with the froggy faces.
Typically, so now, is this classroom? Is it filled with people?
I mean, I would imagine so. Yes.
Who's the hottest dude there?
Myself, obviously.
Yes. Again, hanging at 100%, and I love this. You're answering all these questions.
That's even before the questions.
So you just closed your book on U.S. constitutional law after going through career counseling, determining which legal path you'd like to go down.
Which question is, before you answer your questions, which law would you go? Family?
Ooh.
Would you do social?
What would be your legal specialty of interest?
Putting the criminals away.
Criminal law. Yes, federal or federal law? Criminal federal?
Yeah.
You get to have a gun.
Lit.
Awesome. This is working out. So now you are this guy. And these are my questions for you. So I need you to think about these questions from a legal perspective. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask a question. Yeah. You may ask me to repeat the question. You will have 30 seconds to answer the question.
Okay. Nico's already has gun. Chef's calling you out, Nikos.
If you get the right answer, If you get the right answer, we'll immediately skip to the next question. We won't make you hang out 30 seconds. Are you ready?
30 seconds. I gotta hit this.
30 seconds. Ready? First question, starting now. Oh, don't start the timer yet. I gotta read the question.
Holy shit!
Sorry. We're still working out the kinks. Questions. 1. Some claim that the many disparities in legal outcomes tied to ethnicity in 2020 are evidence of a multi-tiered justice system. How do we resolve the resulting distrust in the public, or from the public, in the legal U.S. system? 30 seconds, go.
I don't know. Try to do more right by the people a little bit. Don't be so harsh.
You got 15 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know this shit, guy.
That'd be 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 8.
Pass? Question mark.
3, 2, 1. Time.
Fail.
All right. Question 2. Are you ready?
No, but go ahead.
When pulled over by the police, where should I put my hands if my express goal is to arouse the officer sexually?
On my boobies.
Correct. Oh my gosh. Next question. This last summer, the BLM movement spread across this country and the world. Please name 5 American vice presidents.
Kamala Harris, Joe Biden.
All right. 3 left.
Tom Pence.
Nope. There's no Tom Pence.
No?
That is incorrect. You are at 2. You have 15 seconds. 3 more vice presidents.
I'll
give you one. Hubert Humphrey. Keep going.
Okay, cool. I don't know.
John Calhoun.
I didn't pay attention too much to social studies.
And time. All right, next question.
Okay, wait, hold on. You were looking for Mike Pence, not Tom
Mike
Pence.
Pence. Thank you.
And you could have actually also had Al Gore.
Okay.
Dick Cheney.
Dick Cheney.
Oh, man. So, that's okay. Pressure does it to everybody. Anyway, next question. My neighbor has a tree that fell onto my property that he has failed to remove. As a property owner, what would be the best prank to pull on that creepy fuck?
Egg his house.
Oh, you gotta give me something more than that. I mean, I could buy eggs for $2.97. Give me something more elaborate. You have 24 seconds.
Unless you know something a rooster farm.
Take a giant shit in a dog in like a brown paper bag and
in
let
a
it
dog?
on fire.
Gross.
Yeah, open up his mouth. Maybe do an upper decker in his toilet.
I am a fan of upper deckers. Just to let you know, I think they're classic.
Very classic.
And time.
I'll accept the upper decker.
Next question.
Gotta get in his house first, though.
I'll figure it out.
He has like signs and lights and guns, man. I'm not going near it. Next question. What is your favorite question?
What kind of weed I want?
Time. Good answer. Next question. What is the most interesting case you've ever heard of or studied?
Thomas J. Jefferson versus the people.
Thomas J. Jefferson versus the people? Tell us more. 20 seconds.
It was a huge cocaine bust. I had a lot of fun that night.
Wait, you've been hanging out with Thomas Jefferson and you don't remember the night we hung out with Natalie Portman. Hold on.
Yep.
That actually brings us to our next question. Speaking of that night, drug laws in the United States are seeing a massive overhaul with such actions as states legalizing marijuana use. What would be the next cool thing that should be legalized and how, like, totally gnarly is it?
Magic mushrooms because they're super organic and delicious.
But how gnarly are they on a scale of 1 to totally gnar?
Totally gnar.
Oh my god, did we just promote drugs? Legal strike number 3, you're out!
We are getting so demonetized.
Oh, I know, right?
No doubt.
Next question. Do you have a nickname that is tied to your profession? And if not, what the fuck, man?
No, because my name is already my nickname, because it's the dopest name.
I mean, that's true. His name is pretty fucking dope. But I do like Major Macaron.
Major Macaron's got like a good flow to it. It's a good name.
Well,
even though I can't get it to change because Twitch won't let me switch my email to my real email.
Bummer.
It won't let me make a new account with my real email, so I don't know. I gotta figure it out.
Well, I hope Twitch is watching us because I'll tell them they need to change that and make that accessible.
And while you're changing that, just make us affiliate. Just do it. You know you want to.
We just need like 30 followers, 20 followers, 20 followers.
20 followers.
20 followers.
You know you want it.
Yeah, go ahead. You know you got it. Anyway, last question. Ready?
Okay.
Are you prepared with the stopwatch? We have to have the stopwatch. This is an important one. All right.
Why?
You're almost through. You're 90% of the way done. You're at the end of the workout. The Beachbody coach is telling you, "You've done good. We're just going to do one more round."
Okay.
Please estimate the weight of Judge Judy's iron testicles and share how you arrived at this value.
I'm gonna say like 3 pounds because you know that bitch gotta have big ones.
Great answer. And that concludes the 10-minute power round. Woo! Well done. Well done. High pressure.
Macaron, thank you for taking the bullet on that one.
Yeah, dude, you took that one straight to the chest and you smiled when you went down.
It's all good. I don't really care.
He's still bleeding from the mouth. I think he's still alive.
Yeah, a little bit.
Cut my eye, Rocky. I can't see.
Cut me, Mick. Cut my eye, Rocky. The coach is like, hit me, Rocky.
Speaking of Rocky, I don't know if I've ever asked you this, but Major.
Yeah.
If Rocky got into a fight with Rambo, who would win?
Ooh, that's a great question.
I'm gonna say Rambo just because typically Rambo has guns with him.
But if it was just a boxing match,
in a hand-to-hand
fight,
a hand-to-hand fight or a boxing match,
I'm gonna have to give it to
go hand-to-hand. Let's go hand-to-hand. Let's go like octagon.
Then I think it could go either way because like Rocky, you're gonna have the technical ability of boxing and knowing all that bullshit, but then I'm sure Rambo would know some type of something.
So here's what you're up against: a guy who ran with bricks in his hands, or a guy who poured gunpowder into an impalement wound and sealed and cauterized.
God, that's like the only part I remember of that movie. By the way,
that's and gave like the coolest sounding like male cry of pain. Before passing out in a cave in Afghanistan. So I feel like Rocky's gonna Rocky's gonna put up a good fight, but Rambo's just gonna stab him in the throat. Unless if you gave them like Marquis of Queenberry rules. like give him old style boxing and Rambo can't use his
I'm saying cage fight. I want a UFC fight between Rocky and fucking Rambo.
Rocky's gonna get the takedown, dude. He's gonna get the takedown. He's gonna get the pin, and then he's gonna get the kill because he's fucking Rambo. He doesn't know how to stop.
Society made him, by the way.
Stallone, if you think this is a good idea, give me a call. I feel like at this point it's a good money maker. Rocky versus Rambo.
I mean,
holy shit!
You
got the new AVP out there. Sorry, great idea.
Do you think definitely get the toy sold? Can we make a video game? Can we make a solid video game like that, like an AVP?
Like Alien vs. Predator, except it's Rocky vs. Rambo?
Yeah. And it takes place in the jungles of fucking Vietnam.
So now we're putting Rocky in the jungle of Vietnam. All of a sudden, he comes across Arnold Schwarzenegger for Predator. Who would win?
The Predator.
Correct answer.
Definitely.
Depends. Is there a nearby patch of mud?
No.
There's no nearby patch of mud. Perfect.
No mud.
The Predator can't beat Rocky when he's covered in mud, punching it in the face.
Right.
Oh my god.
So Major.
Sylvester Stallone's watching this right now. He's like, what the fuck, guys?
And by the way, Mr. Stallone, if you're
I
watching
didn't know.
this,
I'm sorry.
please follow us. That's all I gotta say. Maybe drop a chat.
We'll help write Rocky vs. Rambo.
And if you play WoW Classic, please join our guild. We haven't started one yet, but it's gonna happen. And
dude,
Classic, not
that guy is in his 70s and still like slapping movies together and making it work. That dude is a workhorse. Holy moly! Does he ever stop?
Did you know he started in porn?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, but let's not get into that. He's a hero.
I mean, that's where I'm gonna. Mom, I'm sorry, but when Hollywood's career starts, porn. I mean, Quids and I have been throwing back.
It's
ideas.
Quids in?
No.
Oh,
first of all, Quids can't even jump in. He texted me. It's gonna be funny when he does sit in, Hoodie Ninja chat and realize he can't join the chat because we're in a whole different. We're in a different recording
channel.
studio. But anyways, I thought I love the kitties, chef. I love the kitties, but
Kitty burger. Kitty burger. And what is that thing? I don't even know what that is.
Frog.
I don't know.
Chat.
And some Chinese food. So you're obviously eating cat food, aka Chinese food, because that's what it looks like.
Cat tacos I hear are delicious. Anyways, I'd like to do something fun for the last 20. We're at 9:41. Major, we always have these guests on, and we ask you guys ridiculous, stupid questions all the time.
Occasionally, there's a good question.
Sometimes there's a good question,
just to keep you guessing.
But you know what? Let's flip the tables. What the hell do you want to know about me and Fattie?
What do you want to ask us?
What's your day job, Fattie?
I'm in sales.
What do you sell?
Well, I'm legally not obligated to tell you this. I'm just kidding. I sell veterinary diagnostics. I sell doggy AIDS tests. Oh, you need a beer, sir, don't you?
Yes, sir. Please.
Here we go.
What kind of beer are you drinking?
So, obviously, somebody didn't watch the beginning of the episode. We are doing a White Russian style stout. Mm-hmm. It is a...
It's innuendo.
9.5. Believe it or not.
Oh, shit. Stop pouring. 9.5? Oh, no.
So, this is supposedly a stout. And as I was talking about earlier, it's very light for a stout. It has the mouthfeel for a stout, but it looks like a pale. It's supposed to be a White Russian stout. On the can, the best part is, the reason why I bought this can, you guys, and we all know this, the dude must abide.
There's no way they can see that. That's way too glary.
How about that? No, that's too blurry.
How about that?
Oh, look, there we go.
Okay,
the dude keeps getting blurred out. That sucks. So there's the dude on the can, and he's drinking his White Russian, and it's...
It's tasty. It's just weird to call it a stout.
Yeah, it definitely is.
But from a traditionalist perspective. But, yeah.
But other than that, it's very tasty. It's not hot. Well, as I explained it, you can taste the lactose in it, which makes it the sweet and creamy mouthfeel on it. But I don't taste coffee. I taste more rum, or I'm sorry, brandy, or
bourbon.
Bourbon. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Every other,
Yeah, it's got like a bit of a casky flavor. I don't know. I expect like a roasted or coffee or something.
Mm-hmm. And I expected a dark beer because you hear
it's good beer though.
You hear stout and you think dark, heavy.
No wonder it's a White Russian style. The dude must abide.
Yes, the dude must abide.
I mean, pretty much like, yeah, I'm cool with it. It's fine. It tastes good. It's a marketing win. It's a good beer.
I appreciate that. Brandon, I didn't think about the...
It's the kind of beer that's just trying to get its rug back.
It put the room together. It really tied the room together.
It tied the room together, man. So, anywho, next question. What else do you want to ask us?
Are you playing Pokemon?
No.
Are you lying to me?
No.
Are you playing Pokemon? No. Are you
no.
lying? Yes.
No.
Oh, God.
See, this is how hard it is to come up with questions to ask people on the spot.
I'm sure.
This is why we started writing things down.
What's your favorite kind of food?
I think when I'm really hungry, I think I'm most partial to Chinese food. I recently learned how to make General Tso's chicken, and I feel it came out all right. I did okay. No one else in my family liked it. So anyway, I liked it, and it was good.
Not even the little man?
He had some of it. He didn't love it, but it was fine.
Did you tell him
my first go?
If you tell him if you didn't eat it, he would go to bed early?
No. I try to teach my parents or my kids that authority doesn't exist. I'm just kidding. I do not do that. Anyway.
I hope not.
I'm Mexican. I mean, yes, I am Mexican, but no, I love Mexican food. Really good Mexican food too, and I'm
so. Can you like make me some?
Yeah, I would totally.
Dude, Blanks can make you like traditional style Mexican, like the hasn't crossed the border in a few years shit. Like the real Mexican stuff. I hope I didn't just offend.
Okay, wait. I want an in-depth analyzation on each of
the Scooby-Doo series, characters, styles, sayings, theme songs, movies. I want it all. Reptar Pickles wants us to chat about Scooby-Doo.
Dude, I love
Scooby-Doo.
Where are you?
We got some work to do.
Okay,
now.
So it started off with Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Machine. So you got,
I'm just gonna say this though. Shaggy only needs 1%. Any more than that, the world's gonna die.
1% of what?
His power.
Shaggy has power?
What?
Have you not seen the meme? Have you not seen the meme?
No.
Hell, we have not seen this meme.
No. Wait, what?
Shaggy has the power. What
Shaggy's
the fuck is going on with young people?
I do not know the way. Well, you showed me the way.
So this happened like a few years ago.
Oh,
there was a huge meme when I don't even remember the pretext of it, but it just became Shaggy was like this ultimate being, and
what's up, Raider?
Like a huge joke that he needs 1% of his power to even distort the world or destroy it. Let me see if I can't find it.
So TemporalRaider, what's up, homie? It's really good that I'm happy you actually watched this. And can you call up Mr. Ryan and tell him that I'm sad? Anyways, Mom taught me how to make the tamales, and I have brought
tamales. Ooh,
I make tamales every year.
Those are good tamales.
Last year, you had your chance. By the way. You were like, I'm like, hey, dude, let's hang out. What do you want to do? You said, let's go over to your mom's house and make some fucking tamales. And I said, do you really want to do that? And you said, haha, no. So you know what? You lost your chance on that.
Get him.
Okay, wait. Which Scooby-Doo character is most likely a Sagittarius?
A Satanist? Oh, wait, hold on. Which? Velma. Yep.
My guy.
Okay, hold on.
Guy.
All right. So we just connected in like a deep way because Velma, there's something there.
Something about her.
Something there.
There's something about her.
She's got a look in her eye.
Okay, I want to let you know.
I don't trust Velma.
Daphne's hot, but I'd rather bum Velma.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, all day.
The bob cut throws me off.
It is the glasses.
I grew up with glasses. Shut up. I wore glasses.
Okay, I work in a lab, and all day I'm watching. I work with all kind of people. I walk by the bio part of the lab, and all the girls in there are smoking hot, and I want to know how to get in there. And everybody keeps telling me I have to be a biotech, and I said, you know what? I can fake it until I make it.
Yeah, dude, I have like 3
degrees. In there for 5 minutes.
I have 3 degrees. Just let me in. I just want to take a look at what's going on.
You're right, Temporal. You're right. The fucking pillow talk with Thelma would be so great. You'd be like,
and then she picks up her sweater off the floor.
Oh.
And then she goes,
but
and then she calls the government that she's working for. Like that's the way I feel about Velma. I don't trust Velma. She could be a Satanist.
No, Satanist is Scooby. Scooby's actually the devil incarnate because what else dog do you know that can talk?
That's a fair question.
Shaggy's
the only guy who can understand him.
Not true. And the
Shaggy's channeling the spirit of Morphos.
Everybody talked to Scooby, pretty much. And if you all saw the Scooby-Doo movie, we all know who the real Satanist is. It is fucking Scrappy-Doo.
True that.
I mean, he's more of a Loki than a Satan. Like, he's not peeling anyone's skin off in a basement.
So he's not like,
But he's run around. He'll shapeshift and fuck with shit. I feel like that's Scrappy-Doo. Scrappy-Doo is an attempt to revitalize the series with young kids. I feel like that was the case with Scrappy-Doo. But you know what? I liked classic Scooby-Doo better. I didn't mind Scrappy-Doo.
So my favorite, I mean, there's so
also grew up
many.
watching Underdog.
So my favorite Scooby-Doos are actually Scooby-Doo movies. I don't know if any of you remember those. Those are the ones.
Scooby-Doo,
like
where are
Scooby-Doo
you?
and the werewolf.
Or let's do Scooby-Doo.
And Scooby-Dooby-Doo going to Essa2. Wait, that's all I know.
Scooby-Doo, the old theme song's best theme song. I mean, it's iconic. Oh, yeah. It's iconic. I mean, if they wrote an entirely new song and it caught on in the same way the old Scooby-Doo song did, I mean, I guess I'd be more impressed. But quite frankly, here's what happens with Scooby-Doo. A Shaggy meme is released. No way? Well, sorry. I guess we agree to disagree. My name's on the show. Wow, he's a dick. Anyway, my thought is you get like a Shaggy meme that comes out. Shaggy has all the power, and then everyone's like, "Holy shit, that's hilarious!" And they retweet it a bunch of times. No. And hold on. And then what happens is then they make another fucking Scooby-Doo movie, and it sucks.
The question is,
and it sucks.
Does Scooby really talk, or is Shaggy that stone?
Shaggy's that stone.
It depends upon your belief in Satan, apparently.
It's like the no, because it's fucking Scrappy-Doo that is the Satanist. And does anybody remember what was it, Scooby-Dum?
Oh, they want us to listen to the songs now. What's New Scooby-Doo is by Simple Plan. Okay. It's POG. I don't know what that means.
Jump into the stream chat and type it in for our.
Yeah, you can put that right in, and we'll get demonetized.
I'm okay with that.
Oh man,
every time.
Throwing down the risk. I'd smoke with Shaggy and the Scoob. I mean, who wouldn't? Yeah, exactly. Because if you're there, you're already on an adventure. You're already you're already finding like an old property owner who dresses up as Frankenstein because apparently that's a good strategy. And
would you?
He's been scaring people for 6 months. All we wanted to do was put up a fence
with them, though.
Would he what?
Would you go
all day?
Would I hunt the ghost with them?
No, dose.
Oh, dose. No. No. Why do you think that all this crazy shit happens to them? They're dosed? They're dosed. And what you don't see are the police reports that are going in after all this stuff is done every episode. There was this random group of teenagers.
The paperwork!
Yeah. One we're pretty sure was a Russian spy or a Satanist. And there was a talking dog. And they were all out of it.
I still want to know whatever happened to Scooby-Dum.
So I'll tell you what. You know what? Yeah, I mean, Scooby-Doo, great show. How about Scooby-Don't? Anyway.
Good evening, Winstoney.
Winstoney, what's up, man?
Hey, Beans is following. Beans, I thought you were number one fan, Beans. Beans, what the hell?
Nice. Scooby-Doo Not. Oh, man. So what you actually don't know is Scooby-Doo Not was a Boy Scout Scooby-Doo special that featured him tying a series of knots. Anyway.
Beans, I am really upset. I go.
How do you accidentally unfollow? Let me just click this tiny button.
Oh, these guys are boring. They don't ever watch our. You know what, Beans? We watch you. Do you see fighting? Beans in the basement.
I'm trying to jump on more folks channels when I
can. Getting them.
Hopefully my sarcasm and dad jokes are welcome, because that's pretty much all you get.
Always welcome.
Awesome. I'm just teasing you, Beans. Cheers, buddy. Welcome back. So maybe here's my question for you. This one will be for our guest. So Major Macaron, when you consider 90s cartoons.
Okay. What do I?
No. When you consider them. Wait. So when you're thinking about them, was Nickelodeon the best source for cartoons, or do you think that there was a better creator or distributor?
I feel this is unfair.
Or was Nickelodeon top dog?
So I want to, Major Macaron, knowing your age, you're
Beans. I love you. Stop. Quit crying. This is Twitch.
Yeah, I mean,
you're late 90s, right?
Nick was definitely growing up when I was growing up.
So the thing is you never experienced Disney Afternoon, and you never experienced Batman, the animated series, on, running home from school and watching the best fucking Batman ever.
I was trying to explain to my kids today that, like, you have to understand, like, you couldn't just pick whatever show or game or video you wanted to watch when you were a kid. Right. You had to be back.
You had to be back.
Like, if soccer was 8 o'clock.
Otherwise, you were done.
Like, your parents are like, soccer's at 8 o'clock in the morning. You're like, well, that really interferes with my timeline of watching Sonic the Hedgehog.
Or Ninja Turtles.
Or Ninja Turtles. I'd come back and I'd miss the first half.
Gargoyles.
Gargoyles was a great show.
And unfortunately,
my son hates it. He did not care.
Darkwing Duck is another great one. Disney Afternoon was great.
Yep. The lineups were fantastic. They always had a good lineup.
But when Nickelodeon came around, you started the whole nother genre, and like it became, and like I love the first lineup of Nickelodeon. That's just before like people were like SpongeBob is a classic. No, SpongeBob was not a classic lineup for Nickelodeon cartoons. The classic lineup was like Rugrats.
Hold on, I gotta ask
Rugrats, Cat Dog.
Cat Dog, yep. Angry Beavers.
No, I think they're after too.
Rocko's Modern Life. Monsters.
Yep.
Those were all like kind of offshots. First, it started off with Ren and Stimpy.
Can we talk about the Disney movies like Brink? Okay, hold on. So I gotta ask the chat something.
I never watched Brink.
Major Macaron, I'm gonna ask you to hang with me on this call. So normally we end the show at a strict 10 o'clock p.m. If we're gonna keep, I'm happy to keep talking about TV shows. Chat, are you gonna be hanging with us for the extra time?
Oh my god, yes.
Are you guys gonna go past 10 o'clock with us? If we go past 10 o'clock,
let's go.
Let's do it. Let's fucking do it.
We got like a 3 seconds.
Yes. There we go. That's the kind of dedication and fan base I'm looking for. God damn it, you guys. We're going to the moon together.
We're building a rocket ship. We're calling Elon.
Yeah. If we go down, we die together. Cheers.
We're calling Elon.
All right. So let's get back into kids shows. All right. So where were we?
Talking about kid shows.
Yeah.
Talking about kid shows.
So the original lineup of the Nickelodeon was Ren and Stimpy, because there was Snick. Oh my god, Saturday Night.
Everyone here was too young for Snick, right?
No, actually, TemporalRaider is...
Oh, TemporalRaider's our age.
Is older than me.
Oh shit. Well, okay.
By 2 months.
Yeah. So,
on the date.
So you remember Snick. So what happened was they started making shows that were just like, we can't let parents see the kids watching this too much. Like Rocko's Modern Life, Ren and Stimpy, where like I remember watching it one time. And my uncle walks into the room, and it was I was a Teenage Stimpy episode where he's popping the zit with pliers, and the big white ball of pus was coming out, and he looks at me, he's like, "What are you watching? What are you watching?" And I was like, "It's Ren and Stimpy. It's hilarious."
I want my last year birthday back. It was gonna be a bang, because it was. I have so many plans, and I'm super upset about them. I don't even want to talk about them because that was last year.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do it. We're still gonna do it.
Dude, we can't. Boston Calling would have been amazing, but anyways.
Not that part, yeah.
But going back to, so starting off, you did have even before Snick, Disney Afternoon kicked it off. I believe it was the beginning of it all. I mean, you had Darkwing Duck, you had DuckTales, you had fucking Gummy Bears, which was probably one of the stupidest
Gummy Bears was pretty dumb. Actually,
but I would still watch it.
So, question for Major Macro: what was the worst kid show when you were a kid? What was the worst one?
I would have to go. Oh, I don't even.
That's not an answer, sir.
Oh, you guys.
Yeah, no.
Did you even watch Captain Planet?
Brink, Luck of the Irish, Tsunami. Disney had the movies. I mean, Disney always had the movies.
Brink that Jaguar cat, right? Or that?
I don't remember Brink.
I think Brink was like at the very tail end. To Brandon, you're like just on the other side. Our age difference is just a tad.
So when I got out of my dialysis appointment today, and I went to my chiropractor to get the problem in my hips fixed, I went home and took my insulin shot.
But at the same time, while you were there, didn't you get a personal Roto-Rooter?
Oh yes, I got a personal Roto-Rooter and a new riding mower because it just hurts to walk behind my mower these days. So I'll go ahead. So here's one I never got. The Croods.
I don't even know what that one that is.
If we're talking like Disney movies, I tried watching it, I was like,
Like the new movie, The Croods?
Yeah, the new movie, The Croods.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, see, don't watch it. It was a
That's an eh?
That's an eh. But if we're back to cartoons, so hold on. Can we talk about live shows too? Because if you're talking about Nickelodeon, you also had all that. You had Legends of the Hidden Temple.
I love Legends, but that was before.
Cool.
That was before we were in teens. Legends of the Hidden Temple. I was living in like southern. I was living in Riverside at that time, and that means I was like a super kid. So I was like 7. I was like your son's age. I was like around there. And I loved the Legends of the Hidden Temple around that time.
That was a great show. I was like, it's my destiny to go on this show. That's how I felt watching it as a kid. Like, somehow the universe will conspire.
I loved Underdog. But like,
yeah, I liked Underdog. I mentioned that earlier. Actually,
Dinosaurs?
we were talking about older stuff. Dinosaurs was awesome.
Dinosaurs was a great show. I mean, that was memes before memes happened.
That's coming back to Netflix.
Really?
I think Netflix is bringing back Dinosaurs.
Dino's not the mom. Yeah, they are.
You know what I'm watching with my kids right now is The Simpsons. But like we're starting like with the first seasons, like we're going like bottom to top.
I wasn't allowed to watch Simpsons.
Oh, see, you know what? My parents didn't like Simpsons either because they thought it was all about Bart. Like, he's bad. You'll be a bad person if you watch him.
She said, "My mom." Oh, the Jets. See, but that's 70s.
I didn't like the Jetsons very much. I was like, yeah, they live in the future and their car flies.
Flintstones.
They needed. You know what? You know what the Jetsons needed? There's two words that would have fixed all of Jetsons. Grappling hook.
Flintstones or the Jetsons?
Flintstones or Jetsons? Flintstones.
Okay, the question. Okay,
simpler show for a simpler time.
Let's fast forward to the early 2000s. Original Adult Swim, which there was one show that I loved about it. Birdman Attorney at Law. The ones that actually had to deal with these cartoons that we all grew up with, or some of us grew up with.
There was Bird Law before Always Sunny was a thing.
But like. The Jetsons, I love the episode about the Jetsons, and they went back to go talk to Harvey because it's our fault, and it was global warming. Why they lived up in apartments, and it was flooding, and shit was getting out of control.
Dude, Harvey Birdman was a great show, but you had to like watch. You had to have grown up. It was a very temporal show.
Oh yeah,
like you had to grow up watching Hanna-Barbera shows.
But that's what Adult Swim was in the very beginning.
It was that. It was Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Oh god,
it was basically like
Hunger Force.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Like pretty much. If you did drugs, you watched Adult Swim. If you smoked pot, you definitely watched Adult Swim.
Dude, Liquid TV was great. You got the Max, Eon Flux, which the movie sucked. The movie was terrible.
So yeah, you're right. My parents didn't let me watch Netflix let me watch MTV growing up. They wouldn't let me watch it. I only started getting to watch MTV when I was like 13 or 14, and I put on some music videos before I'd get on the bus. And I remember for almost my entire
were you jerking off to Britney Spears that whole time?
Half of my school year, yes, almost half of my school year was sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real.
I never meant to make your mother cry. I apologize for supply.
And boom, law broken, plagiarism, strike 4.
Bye.
God.
But I think
this has been negative monetized.
If we sing it, I don't think it counts as a demonetized honor.
That's true. We're just expressing ourselves. This is the Law and Order episode for those of you who joined us far after this episode was supposed to end. But let's keep going talking about kid shows because this shit's great. And we have our guest on now. So tell us more about MTV. Tell me more about MTV for you guys growing up.
So MTV with me,
there was still music when I first started watching it, and then it slowly changed to like
reality shows because fucking Real World and fucking that was the beginning of Real World. But you're right, Templar. Fucking Eon Flux was amazing. The live action movie was terrible. I can't remember. They were trying to do with what they did.
I never saw it.
The Max was basically so they were trying to catch up with the X-Men, the cartoon series, and Spider-Man, which were big for the little kids, and they wanted to hit the teenage, almost like 21 adults.
So they tried to do something.
And so they reached out to Image, which was a beginning company at this time.
Seems like.
And so they had the Max, and the Max was great. And Eon Flux, I don't know if Eon Flux was really a comic book. I didn't follow that one, but I did have the Max. But
Job, Brandon, nice.
But listen, at that point, going to Image Cartoons, HBO's fucking Hell Spawn was fantastic. Like to this day, actually, when we moved into here, me and Sebastian were like, let's have roommate night. We'll sit down and eat. And I was like, have you ever watched Spawn? And he's like, no. I'm like, you like anime, you like cartoons. Here, I'm like, let me introduce you to HBO Spawn. And he was like, mind blown. Like, this is a great series. And if none of you have ever seen that, go check out HBO Spawn. That was an amazing
That's
series.
one that stands the test of time.
It does. You know what it also does?
What?
And I'm rewatching it right now. Batman the Animated Series. Anybody want to argue with that one?
You're not going to see any disagreement there, especially that 3 second delay. They're like, oh, no, we already fucked up. Go ahead, Major Macaron.
Did you ever watch the Batman Animated Series?
A little bit.
Do you have my HBO Max account? Because I'll send that through over.
No, you should.
They switched everything
Send
over.
it
There's no DC Online anymore, so that account number that I gave you, gone.
Okay, heard.
So, okay, so here we are. We're looking at old TV, and my question.
Like WandaVision. I'm very disappointed with that show.
I haven't watched it. I have no idea what I'm doing with.
I heard it was pretty shitty.
It's a slow fucking burn, and I'm a big. Like I was just telling Fattie, my 2 favorite Marvel movies that have came out. Civil War, because who does not like to watch your favorite superheroes battle it out?
Yeah.
I mean, that's like half of video games.
You're invested with both sides. You don't want to watch both sides lose, but yet you follow Team Cap.
That's literally what Overwatch is, guys.
But you follow Team Cap. Listen, fuck you.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm fucking wrong.
I'm not gonna tell you you're wrong. But fuck you. And then Avengers, because they did something that they've been trying to do and they pulled it off, and I thought it was great. I like the way that they sold it.
I want to kind of subject change for a second, because I feel like our group probably trends younger than us, and so I'm wondering, we have 90 shows we could talk about because they're easily accessible. But here's my question: what 90s?
You can go eat one.
You know what?
Well, hold on. What were the 90s games you like to play? What are the best games to come out of the 90s?
Real quick to answer Templar, you're right. Ant-Man was a surprisingly great movie. The first one, the second one, kind of more campier, but it has Michelle Pfeiffer, and Michelle Pfeiffer was my first boner. So, anyways.
Ayo.
And I don't think you broke a law, but that was unethical.
What? Have you ever seen Batman Returns? And you're gonna tell me Michelle Pfeiffer in that fucking leather outfit?
I was too young to really know the word boner.
Were you? Were you? Michelle Pfeiffer
hold on.
in a leather outfit.
What year did that movie come out? I'm gonna Google that right now. That was which Batman? That was
Batman Returns.
Batman Returns.
You had to be like fucking 6.
Release date.
Yeah, but
1992. I was 6.
And you didn't get a boner watching Michelle Pfeiffer.
I was 6, almost 7.
And you didn't get a boner.
No, I didn't. Look, here's the thing. Like if I talk to my son and I'm like, "Hey, how are things going with the ladies in class?" He goes, "Dad, just stop."
Just stop.
And I go, like,
How old's your son? How old's your son?
He is 7.
It's a wait.
Yeah, it's a joke. It's a light tease. And he laughs about it. He's like, "Dad, stop."
Dad, stop it.
Dad, stop.
I can't wait till he's 16, because when we start teasing him about it at that point.
Yeah. Oh God. Well, I might as well just tell the story on the internet because at this point I've already embarrassed myself enough. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. I still get reminded at family gatherings. So I had an uncle. I can't dox people and I can't dox myself, but I had an uncle. And we'll say his name was Joe.
Steve.
Uncle Steve. Uncle Steve was the nice guy who in 5th grade picked me up from my school dance. And what happened that night was I was just getting a sense of like building up some confidence in myself. And I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna dress nice. I'm gonna put on a good fitting shirt. I'm gonna go out on the dance floor, and I'm gonna ask.
I'm gonna shake my ass.
I'm gonna shake my ass. I'm gonna ask girls to dance, and I'm just gonna fucking do it because you know what? I have self-respect. So I go out there and I fucking tanked it. I tanked it. Like literally got like no, and I was like, oh shit. What I didn't realize was I was quote unquote trying too hard. But anyway, my uncle picks me up, and I was pretty upset. And so I get in the car, and it's like, you know what? You're in 5th grade, however old that is, like 9, 10. You know what? I cried. I cried like a little baby. I didn't cry like a baby. I was just like, I was really sad.
You buy my ice cream?
And so what my uncle says is like, you're crying about dancing? And I'm like, and what they teased me for is I told them, I was like, I have feelings.
So you're telling me to take it easy on your son when I pick him up from a dance?
I still get made fun of for that, my family, and people wonder why men are emotionally unavailable. I couldn't tell you.
I don't know.
I have no idea why that would happen.
So anyway. Best 90 video game, Mortal Kombat.
Oh God, that was age-defining Mortal Kombat Age-defining Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Mario Brothers.
Street Fighter 2.
Oh no, that Mario's too early. We're talking 90s.
Street Fighter 2.
Street Fighter 2, yeah, not the original.
I don't even remember the original.
I never actually played the original. I only knew about it because I looked it up.
Nerd.
Ouch.
Damn, Earthworm Jim.
Earthworm Jim. I remember. I always every time I'd go to my local like grocer. They had a small area where you could rent games, and there were like maybe 10 or 12 games. And Earthworm Jim was always on the shelf, and I'd be like, "Hey mom, can we rent that? I really want to try it. My friends say it's really fun," and she says, "No, it's too expensive."
So
my mom was an accountant. She ain't renting Earthworm Jim.
And that was another one that like crossed over, like. And it became a TV show because the popularity.
They made a TV show of Earthworm Jim?
It was a cartoon.
They made an Earthworm Jim cartoon?
Oh yeah.
I'm not actually from the 90s. I've been making this up the whole time.
And it was great. Earthworm Jim was freaking amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, dude, it looked so much fun. They had commercials on TV. It was like a big thing.
You take his head and you would fucking whip it and you could swing across it.
Dude, it looked awesome. You remember the game Worms Armageddon?
Yes.
And that was really fun to play. I feel like Earthworm Jim, it made it so Worms Armageddon could thrive.
Maybe. BattleToads.
BattleToads, sick and a really hard game to beat. I beat BattleToads once, like legit, no Game Genie. Which Game Genie was awesome for back in the day because yeah, we are getting back toward 80s with that. You're right, man. BattleToads came out on Super Nintendo, and it was a fucking rad game on Super.
I'm gonna say Game Genie was 89, but like it had to be 90s because I didn't own my only NES until 1990.
Here's the problem.
My niece was born.
I grew up in the Maine. I grew up in Maine. So 1994 was actually 1988.
I don't know. Templar, we're going to have to Google that. We're Googling that. We're Googling that now.
I lived in the woods, my friend.
We're Googling that now.
The most Nintendo games I ever bought at one time, I rode my bike 2 miles down the highway at like 8 years old to spend $5 I earned for tossing hay bales. To get like Mike Tyson's Punch Out and a couple other games I don't remember.
Who was the worst character to go up against fucking Mike Tyson?
Well, Toad started in the 80s. Yeah, Toad started in the 80s, but then they had the Super Nintendo Toads as well. But you're right, it is 80s. And I unplugged myself. Hold on, just a second.
When did BattleToads come out?
When did BattleToads come out? It's probably 88, 89.
No, I'm gonna go
on Nintendo.
On Nintendo, I'm gonna say 90s.
90s? Are you sure?
I
don't think so.
I'm gonna say 90s.
I don't think it's 90s.
1991.
Oh shit!
Yo.
Oh damn! You can't argue with the internet. It's Google.
No, it's true. Anything on their internet,
they know everything about you, including the BattleToads
including Bigfoot and UFOs and the government being run by Grace.
Well, dude. Well, you remember, like that was one of the more complicated Nintendo games. Like that was one where they were like, okay, we're stretching the limits of this technology. You know what's up, Raider? And I appreciate a guy who says, you know what, I was wrong. keep going, boys. Let's keep talking Battletoads. But like some of the stuff you fought, the way it moved on Nintendo was really like captivating for me.
Star Fox was fucking amazing, but I never actually played the GameCube. But what started me, okay, you know what? One of the best Nintendo games that started the whole first-person shooter craze, GoldenEye. GoldenEye was a phenomenal game.
That's late 90s. That's like 96.
Yeah, but you know what? I spent my fucking high school years smoking pot, playing fucking.
How about for me? 1997, Final Fantasy 7.
6 is better.
Everyone says that, and I'm just saying like, but you know what? Guess what?
Everybody
I didn't play 6.
7's better.
Eat shit.
It's not even 6. It's 3. I sound correct, but
depends on how Japanese you are. You a weeb? We have poo. We have poo.
Should I go smoke? Then I can become real fucking Japanese.
FF7 was the best game I ever played. I loved that game. That was the first game I ever like 100%ed, did everything with. I loved that game, and it changed my goddamn life. I grew up in the woods.
Did you ever actually watch what was No. What was the Final Fantasy 7 that they animated?
The movie Advent Children.
Was it Advent Children? Yeah.
I liked Advent Children. Actually, I got that when that came out. I was like eagerly awaiting it because I started playing Final Fantasy 7 in like 1999 because I didn't have a PlayStation for a long time. I played it in 1999. I loved it. A couple of my buddies in high school played it. And it was like a bonding thing. It was awesome. And
you know how Sony actually got.
And then FF10 happened.
You know how Sony actually got fucking the Final Fantasy series, right? Because that was a Nintendo series.
Yeah.
Nintendo and Sony were going to collaborate and make a console. And all of a sudden Nintendo fucking pulled out, did, that was the 64, right?
See, Temporary. I feel like the older, the Final Fantasies 5 and below on the American ones. So anything before Final Fantasy 6 was definitely a lot more vague in the same sense that like really old Elder Scrolls was more vague than Skyrim. So like there was a lot less guidance. But I think everything Final Fantasy 6 and after had a more like linear story. Like it like you could go off on stuff, but you wouldn't get lost. Like, what's my next map event? I have no idea.
So. On that level, we were talking about Elder Scrolls. I want to ask Templar a question real quick. It's 3-second delay, so I remember that. Templar, do you remember when we were playing
Genesis, old FF.
Elder Scrolls Morrowind, and I came over and I said,
"There's a cave of bears to the east. There are an
no,
unspecified number of bears."
So he was halfway through the game, and he asked me how far I was on the game, and I said, "What? There's an actual point to the game?" And he laughed, and I cried, and I realized I spent my whole time fucking making my own villages, killing people, making my own village. And when I went back to try to do the game, I killed off a couple people, and then I was just over the game.
Dude,
so 2 weeks.
I had a friend whose parents' lives like revolved around that game. It just was like heartbreaking. But then like you go back and you try to play it, and to me it's almost unplayable because like I want more direction than that game gave. I don't have the fucking time for old school Elder Scrolls. Like I got time for Rocket League, which by the way, check out my Lunch Bunch Rocket League games that are gonna be come up here during the weeks. That's that's fun.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's the benefits of working from home. Phantasy Star Online. Never played it.
Chef, I want to bring up the point why I didn't download fucking Rust the other week. I'm like, by the time I download that game, we'll be on to a new game. And when was the last time we played some Fantasy Stars Online? Wait, no, I was thinking of something completely. I'm thinking of Star Citizen.
Fantasy Star Online 1?
Ooh, wow. I went completely different direction.
I don't even know it. How about this? Legends of Dragoon.
I do remember that game. I never played
Legends of Dragoon. If you hear this in chat, you remember Legend of Dragoon? Fucking tell me, what Legend of Dragoon is an out there game or Phantasy Star? Because Legend of Dragoon was fucking awesome. What they had was they like broke the mold that Final Fantasy created for RPGs, and they made it so you had like these combo systems during the fight. The story wasn't bad. Legend of Dragoon was an awesome game. And it had a big skill. It wasn't just math. It was also like skill, like reaction time, knowing your characters, their specific combos, timing. It was a lot of fun. That was a great RPG. Love that game.
crazy game.
Sorry,
for
guys.
Sega. No,
It doesn't get the love it deserves.
I never played Peter Pan, but I did play Aladdin and Lion King.
Oh my God, Aladdin was
And
hard.
Aladdin, when you're trying to escape the fucking
Lion King was hard too. Holy fuck.
The Cave of Wonders was a bitch of a level.
Yeah, Cave of Wonders was hard. In the Lion King, the wall happens early because the wall level, like that, you had to like get good at the game to beat. Was that I just can't wait to be king level.
No, yeah, you're right. It was.
Which was like level 2 or 3. It was like level 2 or 3. And all of a sudden you're just like, I'm not a psychic. I don't know how to do this. Aladdin was crazy hard, dude. Absolutely. Yeah, escaping from the cavern.
Oh yeah.
So rough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you die so easy. Y'all remember the Beauty and the Beast game?
No.
But me neither.
Little Mermaid had a game.
Little Mermaid had a game. What'd you do? Collect forks?
Yes.
Pretty much.
And they're thingamabobs. Thank you very much.
Thingamabobs. Very good. Thingamabobs 99. Extra life.
Toy Soldiers was a great movie. The game was meh. But that's what I have on that.
Game?
Early PlayStation. Do you guys remember when they tried to make that run of games where you're playing as like the little plastic army soldiers?
Oh my God!
I used to play the shit out of that with my little brother, and I would melt him with the flamethrower, and it was the best.
Every time.
Every time. Then he'd be like, "You're older than me. You're better," and I'm like, "No, I just keep
Driver
hitting
was
your
a
pause
great
button."
game. Yes.
Driver. Yep.
What else? Well, man, there were so many great games.
Driver was like GTA, man.
PS1. Templar, I don't remember you with a PS1, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no.
GTA is still the fucking shit.
Dude, GTA, me and my buddies used to play that in high school on, like, my buddy had, like, this laptop that it was, like, one of your friends who had a lot of money, he had a laptop, and we'd play GTA on lunch break, and it was fucking awesome. And I was just like, I hit a dude in the car.
Do you remember when I talked shit about GTA 5, and then all of a sudden we ran a fucking posse almost every night, like 5 deep, jumping into the fucking military base?
Dude, that's how I met Quids. Let's say he's not here tonight, but literally we bonded over playing GTA 5, and I still remember that time that we took a plane and we all decided, like, there's no mission, there's no objective, actually. All we're going to do is we're going to take a plane or a helicopter, and we're going to parachute into the FBI base and steal planes. Just try to get out of there. And I was the only one to get to a plane, and I was trying to take off. And I was like, go, and everyone's like, go, do it. And I was about to get off the ground, and then I died. And then the plane crashed. Yeah, it was awful. It was not a good mission.
We do have Red Dead. I was just talking to another one of my good friends. They play Red Dead every night. I actually need to jump on some Red Dead.
I played Red Dead for the story.
What sucks? I heard that was a great. What sucks is now.
I got the tea, baby.
I'm gonna play the Templar.
StarCraft. I didn't play StarCraft.
I played StarCraft once, and I was with you, Templar, and I got my ass kicked. And so that was how I started and finished my career of StarCraft. And you know what? Anytime you want to play StarCraft, I'll play you, but you gotta play me on Overwatch. And it's just a fair balance on that way.
My buddy once told me, he was like, "Oh, you should play StarCraft. You love it. You would love the Protoss." And I was like, "Okay." He's like, "Why is that?" He's like, "You like pylons."
You're pylons already. So I was playing a game of Cards Against Humanity, and I got that card. Prolons are meant.
You must build additional pylons.
And I had no clue. It was a throwaway card for me, and like I threw it down, and I won that round because everybody else knew what that was about, and I didn't. All right, I will download. I will buy it, and I will download.
If I can, I'd play StarCraft.
StarCraft 1, 2, or 3.
Okay, hold on. Before StarCraft.
Ooh,
Age of Empires. Age of Empires 2 specifically. PC.
See,
Age of Empires 2. Play the Britons, build castles, build Longwood, you win.
Ayo.
What about Command and Conquer?
I didn't play Command and Conquer. My friend's dad did.
See,
whenever I went over, he was playing.
I did Command and Conquer. That was my RTF next to Final Fantasy RTFs.
I guess I'd do that. SimCity. I only dabbled in SimCity, but it was a lot of fun.
I got arrested the night that I played SimCity on acid.
Oh, the first time I played SimCity was at my friend's house on his PlayStation, and that was also the same night I saw Starship Troopers, which was the first titty I'd ever seen in a movie.
Ayo.
So there you go. That's what when I see SimCity, I think titties. Anyway.
Titty!
Oh my god. City Skyline is better. I never played it. Did you ever play Populous? Wait, hold on, guys. Here's one. Who here played an Ultima video game?
What?
Ultima Underworld, the Stygian Abyss.
Never even
Or
heard
Stygian
that.
Abyss, I'm sorry.
What is that?
So, do you remember when Doom came out? The original one, everyone was like, oh, the 3D graphics in this are amazing. And everyone, like creamed over Doom. Ultima Underworld came out like a year or two before that and had a better physics engine. It was fucking awesome. You were thrown into a dungeon and had to find a way to escape, and it was a cool story, and it was a great adventure. And Ultima Underworld, Stygian Abyss. Doom was fucking sweet. Doom and Duke Nukem.
No. What I think, Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein was the predecessor.
Is the godfather of first-person shooters.
Yes, it is. Well, it was
Not
it was the god uncle. Doom was the godfather.
No,
but Wolfenstein should have been.
Wolfenstein came out, and it's not Wolfenstein, it's Wolfenstein.
Oh, stop it.
You better German, you know.
Deutsch.
You speak in Deutsch.
Der Deutsch ist schlecht.
Liebe Hause, oder?
Wie geht's Hunden? Der Hund ist mein Bruder. Und mein Bruder ist der Hund. Anyway.
Definitely.
Yeah, it was first, but I think Doom was better known. I mean, what's been more successful in the modern era?
I never played Mario.
Doom or Wolfenstein?
Duke Nukem.
Duke Nukem. I can't believe they fucked up the new Duke Nukem whenever they released it. Whatever it was, like five years ago. I don't know. But I was so bummed about that because I loved Duke Nukem. That's when I learned what TCP ICP was. And dude, Duke Nukem was awesome. That was one of the first songs I learned on guitar. When I was like, I want to learn metal, Megadeth, Duke Nukem, sign me up. I'm in.
What about Duke? Okay. Who watched Doom the movie?
Ich spreche Deutsch. Ja.
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 Du hast.
Du hast mich.
Du hast mich.
Du hast mich
frei. Ja.
Ja.
Und Engel.
Und Bär groß oder und groß Bär. Bitte.
I would like a burger.
That was French.
Shh! Don't tell them that. I had him fooled with my dream.
You know he does. I'm gonna tell you Templar's dark secret right now. One of his favorite movies, Fifth Element.
Fifth Element?
It has it all.
How is that a dark secret? Everyone loves the Fifth Element.
He tells me it has it all.
So what you tell me? And Mila Jovovich side boob. Yeah, it's got Bruce Willis, action, romance, drama, and Mila Jovovich side boob.
And Chris Tucker.
And he's amazing. And he's absolutely amazing. So okay, Major Macaron, where do you rank that movie? Like 100 being best, 0 being worst. Where do you put that movie?
It's all the side boob he needs. Yes,
dude. Yes, absolutely. Major Macaron, I missed your number. I'm sorry.
I said 50.
50? Eat shit at 50. Tell me more.
Tell me more. Did you get really far?
Yes.
Did you watch the whole thing?
No, because I lost interest.
How did you lose interest in Chris Tucker in that movie?
Where did you...
Ruby Rod.
Templar, now you're hitting...
How close is Princess Bride, you son of a bitch? I'm going to grab a beer.
We're at... Oh, I think there's 2 left. Yeah, no, Princess Bride, to me, is like top
that movie.
5 movies. And actually, to the chef as well.
Chef
loves Princess Bride. Movie. In fact, I believe there's Wesley the Gatto.
Yes.
Best movie. I like actually 100%. Princess Bride. I was actually wearing when I was wearing my mask. I was hoping that somebody would ask me why I wear a mask because I wanted to respond that it's quite comfortable, and I do feature that everybody will wear one in the future. And only certain people would catch that.
Boom, check it.
And Chef would be one of them for sure. But like Princess Bride, is an all-time classic, and
I have a great Princess Bride story.
I'm actually
when you're done.
upset, by the way. Your son does not like Princess Bride.
Okay, that reminds me, because this ties directly into my story. I have a Princess Bride story. This is a story of love and friendship, and I think it's important. And also loss. So, what happens is, during my internship, I lived in Florida as a college kid, and the guy I lived with, we got along all right. We shared this like little bed bug ridden apartment in Boca Raton, and yeah, I used to get like cockroaches in my dishwasher when I ran the dishwasher.
I was gonna ask you, yeah, roaches.
It was gnarly out there. Chiggers, roaches, bed bugs. Anyway, so one day there was a Saturday. We were both hungover because we played Beirut the night before, and he's like, "Well, what do you want to do?" So, well, let's just scroll through the channels and see what we got. Boom. And so we open up the old school style like channel preview, and we go down, and it's like, "Oh, Princess Bride." Hey, man. Dude, I told him, I was like, Princess Bride's a great movie. He was like, what? What are you talking about? He was a business graduate from Jersey.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Business graduate from Jersey. And he's like,
I'm hoping Morty's watching this because fucking Jersey.
Fucking Jersey. So basically he looks at this and he says, why would I watch that movie? That looks awful. That looks like a movie for girls. And I was like, no, it's a really funny movie. It's really great. Like it's got everything. He's like, all right, I'll check it out. And so we go in, and it was the scene right after they roll down the hill, and they're professing their love to each other. And he watches 10 seconds of it, and he grabs her remote, he's like, no. And I'm like, no, you're missing so much.
It gets so much better.
There's so much more.
I'm gonna go on this. I do a lot of work and standing around, and I listen to the book on tape or the audible of The Princess Bride, and the book is such a short story that the movie follows it by point. And the book was written like 1971 or whatnot, and like a few years later the movie came out. But I mean, there's like a little things that changed, and one of my favorite parts that in the book that they left that they changed to the movie was Wesley dies. And the point is on this that not everything is a happy ending. And true life, because you know
Tell that to my massage therapist.
One of my favorite lines in the movie isn't it the favorite movie where the man in black tells the princess that princess, you know, not everything in life is great. You know, as soon as you get to know this, the better you'll be in the movie or in life. And you know what? So fucking true. Not everything's so fucking buttercupped. Not everything ends with a fucking cake and, you know.
Okay, Major Macaron, on the 0 to 100 scale, where do you rank Princess Bride?
I'm with Chef. 1 hundo. It's a great movie.
It is. It definitely is.
1 hundo. Nice. Excellent.
Princess Bride.
It is a good
Goonies, movie. Folks. Goonies is right up there with the Princess Bride for me. I love the fucking Goonies.
We are a data analyst wet dream right now. They're like, okay, males 35 to 40. What are the next remakes we're gonna make?
We got 99 on Princess Bride.
There's 12.5 million hits. Guaranteed customers. Stardust, all right.
Stardust wasn't bad. I looked at Stardust as the Princess Bride of the 2000s.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
And again, you know what saved it?
Gay Pirate De Niro.
Dude, yes, that was amazing. But also Michelle Pfeiffer.
Gay Pirate De Niro is a great tattoo or band name.
I'm gonna get both.
Like that's one to put on your shoulder. People are like, why do you have that? Be like, I got really drunk.
But honestly, it has Michelle Pfeiffer. And anything that has Michelle Pfeiffer.
So hold on, Blanks. I have to ask you a question. On a scale of 0 to 100, where do you rank Michelle Pfeiffer?
101.
Oh, you broke the scale.
Damn, I
can't divide by 0. You win.
Dude, she's like 60, and I was still
1,000. Holy shit! There's a lot of love for Michelle Pfeiffer out there. Internet, if you're still listening,
throwing down the fucking power rating scale right now.
Dude, Babezilla, yes. Michelle Pfeiffer was a Babezilla. That's how my dad would have said it. That's how my uncles would have said it. And it's definitely how my grandfather would have said it. So, I am down with Babezilla. That's a great term for what she is.
She is.
God damn, is she still alive?
Yes.
What is she doing?
Not much. You don't have to.
I mean, I guess you don't have to. She's like, yeah, man, I fucking earned this relaxation.
You gotta remember. Okay, the fun fact about Michelle Pfeiffer.
What an odd fact. She has this. I think it's important for you guys to know that she has the same birthday as the LA riots. April 29th. Remember the LA riots.
But, okay, so, because of Michelle Pfeiffer during the 80s...
This is the 2-drink minimum show right here, fuck.
We're up 4. During...
Golf rules.
Get out of here. Go home. I'm calling your wife.
I know, right?
SNF, she's not, like, in the chat and just being really quiet.
I know, she's just watching this.
She's fuming. You're gonna hear it.
I love you, honey. They come with the encyclopedical shit. It's also a good tattoo.
Michelle Pfeiffer brought back Sexy and Coke. It's a fun fact. During the 90s...
Okay, hold on. Did you just accuse her of using cocaine?
No, but she starred in fucking Scarface. And during the 80s, and fucking... Because Michelle Pfeiffer, who she was, and the fucking look that she had... Fucking brought women's fucking use into with cocaine in the 80s. Fucking up and fucking 90 like.
All I know is Michelle Pfeiffer made movies, and then we had the worst fashion era in human history, especially with hair.
I don't care.
Come on, tell me an '89 perm looks good.
It doesn't.
Convince me. And the padded shoulders.
See,
padded
Templar
shoulders.
even agrees. Fuck, it's Michelle Pfeiffer made cocaine use.
She did make cocaine sexy, but she'd make anything sexy. She'd make me sexy.
If only
she'd come back out with us and Natalie. Like, that was a great night. Oh my god, that was a great night.
That was a fucking great night.
Yeah. Oh, dude, what's the only thing crazier than getting to meet and hang out with Natalie Portman for a night is getting to also meet and hang out with Michelle Pfeiffer at the same time. Oh, that was a good time.
That was fucking amazing time. What we got going on here?
Oh, with Dakota starting to look like Bob Ross. Okay, you look like you're friendly and that you have a good grip on life. God bless you.
TemporalRaider knows.
Blanks, are you gonna stay up?
I am. Chef, are you thinking of some games? Because
we can do some bonus round games. I'll hang for a bit.
I always do bonus round games after you're gone.
What am I gonna do? Drive home?
Ayo.
2-drink minimum.
Yeah, no,
Running
definitely.
Classic runs.
I'll do some classic runs.
I'll tell you. You know, here's what we gotta do. We got to officiate on the Blanks and Fattie show, but we're gonna smoothly transition to some gaming and commentary. So hang out with us and be part of the fun. I say let's do it, and we'll keep talking about Michelle Pfeiffer. I mean, if there's Michelle Pfeiffer games, I'll fucking play them. I'll tell you what.
Batman Returns.
I'd play her like she's a game of Clue. I'm searching.
Ooh.
I play her like a fiddle out of hell.
Win Stody. Thank you. It's the pink shirt, man. You gotta go with salmon.
Gotta be fast.
I'm Fattie. We say it at the beginning of the show.
I'm Blanks.
Come on. I'm Fattie. He's Blanks.
They just dived in. And
that's literally Blanks and Fattie, except Blanks is over my head and Fattie's over his head. It's not confusing at all.
Sometimes. Oh my god, so this is what I was going to talk about.
Shit, I gotta sit on the left.
This is what I was going to talk about with the Harvey Batman attorney at law.
I'm just teasing you. God bless you for hanging out with us.
I had the moment where I bent over and I went,
dude, he's been shooting blanks for forever. Dude, that's when him and I used to play games together when you were shooting blanks. I remember that. Because you came over from California.
Templar, I just want to let you know, I am completely confused with TemporalRaider because aren't you Reflex? I'm just saying. You're a Reflex when I was fucking shooting blanks, dropped it down to blanks, and if you're actually going to try to follow me, I'm Citizen Crepe these days. Is there a chance TemporalRaider and I have played together on any games? I've told you who TemporalRaider is.
Yes, you have. Have we played any PlayStation games?
You have talked to him, but you never played games with him. He does. He's a PC.
We've talked. Yes. I remember our conversation. It was a great time. There was a certain piece of jewelry involved. It was fantastic.
Yes,
Hey,
that's a whole
God
other
damn,
time.
you are an
Dirty
inspiration.
bitches.
That's a whole other conversation.
I was trying to help you out, man.
Well, I was waiting for next week.
I wasn't going to tell him.
I was waiting for next week when we brought him onto the show that we could actually
And,
discuss that.
And is it legal to stab someone in the balls? Yes, actually. It turns out it's just consent that's involved. And a little metal bar. Always got a jingle in your pocket. I don't even know what that means. Oh, because of the dick jewelry. That's fantastic. So, God, what were we talking about before dick piercings came up?
Okay.
Oh, this is going 19 plus, quick. Like you're just out of high school. Why don't you take a year? Take a buffer year there, kid. Oh man, where were we? Or were you guys gonna jump on?
I just want to know, Scotty.
Scotty, I heard.
Question mark. That's all I wanted to know.
Oh, that's the beer. Anyway,
that sure is. I am totally down to play some classic. I was trying to hold out before all this.
Major Macaron, you gonna jump on some classic with us?
No, I am probably not.
Oh, but are you sure?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Okay, but like if you jumped on classic and it meant that you'd survive, or there was a 1% chance if you didn't jump on you'd get shot, would you jump on?
No.
No, because that's not how it plays. First of all,
Blizzard has an incredible marketing team.
Templar, it is funny how we evolved. Yes, I was shooting blanks forever, and then I became blanks. And now, if you really want to follow me on any Blizzard game, I'm known as Citizen Crate.
Same guy, less shooting.
Exactly.
Yo.
But at the same time, it is like your progression. You're no longer reflex. I mean, that's the best thing about being a gamer. We can change our name fucking willy-nilly.
Your name literally implies it. Temporal-Raider. Temporal, time-based, indefinite, undetermined.
And I love it. I actually love it more than reflex.
I mean, let's get some antonyms going.
Classic is World of Warcraft Classic. It's out. You actually have to. I was actually talking to the Great Sco about this.
It's the same thing, just more boring.
It's more grind. It's back to where you and me played it, and then we stopped playing it, and grinding. Within this next month, Burning Crusade is finally gonna be released. It's free to play.
Dude, it is at times. I'm so glad I never got into World of Warcraft because I would have sunk time. I know the time I sunk into Diablo 2, which is a game we didn't talk about, although I think that's 2000. I think that came out in 2000. Maybe it was 1999. When did Diablo 2 come out? I gotta fucking figure this out. Diablo itself came out like 1996.
Wasn't that Diablo 2 where you could do that infinite fucking potion to get coins?
No, that was the first Diablo.
Okay.
June 29, 2000. Okay, it was 2000. Dude, D2. I'm literally in a group of dudes on a forum, and one guy just started like a D2 group, and he was just like, yeah, I figured I'd get a game anybody could play. And I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. I wish I could join in. Played it. So you made a mage. Temporal had a warlock. Blanks, what did you play? What did you play on Diablo?
Never played Diablo.
Oh, he never played Diablo. I will tell you that in Diablo, I played a fighter in the original. And yes, I definitely had godly play to whales. And the exploits in that game were broken. Diablo 2 was fucking awesome. I played a whirly barb. It was a lot of fun. Diablo 3, I played it very early. I heard it's good. Major Macaron, have you played any of the Diablo games series?
No.
No? Damn.
I don't think so. I might have played a little bit with Ty back in college, but don't think so too much.
Yeah, Blanks is a hunter and WoW. That's right. Yeah. I was gonna say Diablo 2 was awesome because it still kind of kept like the dark tone of Diablo. It was maybe a little less demonic, like a little less hell-like. But the third one like took it all away, and it was very grindy. It was much more like World of Warcraft, and quite frankly, honestly, that was just not an appealing thing to me. if I'd gotten to World of Warcraft, I would have wasted too much time, and I wouldn't be where I am today. Successful multimillionaire.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, you haven't looked at the books, kid. So D3 is okay. Yeah, the market when it came out was so borked. Yes, it was. And they kind of had... what they were trying to do was they were trying to get microtransaction money. And it was very clear that that was their goal. They were coming off of seeing how Skyrim did with it. Or not Skyrim, Elder Scrolls. The one between Skyrim and Morrowind. Oh my god. Oblivion. Which was also a very fun game. But like, holy shit, you used to pay $29 for horse armor.
Horse armor.
Yeah, Horse Armor is also a good band name. But D3 was like that, and I didn't like that. I hear it's not like that now. It sounds like it's a lot better. So I am avoiding Strike 5, which is slander.
Ayo.
Libel, not slander.
I'm totally liable. No, I totally don't know what I was gonna say. I do have Diablo 3, but it's on my Switch. I haven't really played it as much. My dad's all about fucking Diablo 3.
You could play that game with your dad and probably have a lot of fun.
It's a
good game to play with a friend.
Okay, by the way, all y'all, we need to play Among Us. My dad is like antsy on that.
I played in a... Okay, so I gotta reply to Systematic here because I played through as an assassin, I think, was my class, and or a huntress or something like that. And I played through all the way to the hardest difficulty, hellish or chaotic or whatever it was. And I got to close to the end, and I was like, dude, I'm not grinding for the end of this. I was like, I'm not doing it. I gave up. I was like, there's a level of dedication required to be able to say,
you are. What's up, buddy? Systematic, I am going to look into the Grim of Dawn.
Ooh, should I play Grim Dawn? What is Grim Dawn?
Grim of Dawn, he was trying to explain it to me. He was better explaining it to me. I can pull up the text message. It's kind of like, he was saying like D3, but kind of more, what's the word I'm looking for?
Titan Quest.
Didn't you also
Major,
say
have you played Titan Quest?
Did you say it was a little bit mixed in with
No, I did not.
What's his name?
Bit of Lovecraft.
Warhammer. Yeah, Lovecraft. Thank you.
All right, Lovecraft Warhammer vibe. I can get. I used to play Warhammer like 20K back in the day.
Model or not?
Models, yeah.
Because these are my boys that played Warcraft with me, or not Warhammer. They're the ones that taught me how to play Warhammer and taught me how to paint.
I played Warhammer and what was the other one before that? I don't remember the name, but I used to play an undead. I had a small undead
40K. My bad. Templar, do you actually still have my models? That's the next question.
Oh, 40K. I played the original Warhammer with an undead army, and then I think I played 40K. I think those were the names. It was a long time ago, but that was a lot of fun. Combine two classes into various secondary classes for what? Oh, for Grim Dawn?
Yeah.
I like that. Is it the kind of game where, like, if you combine two classes, you get the weaknesses of both and the strength of neither? Is that the case? And that's a question for Systematic. If you give them to me, they're in my box of stuff.
We're just checking.
Dude, first off, respect for having a box of stuff. Major Macaron, question for you. What's in your box of stuff?
Lots of weed.
Fair enough. Blanks, what's in your box of stuff?
Notes, letters, postcards.
Good.
Comic books.
Nice.
Penis pictures from me.
What the fuck? You guys aren't supposed to talk about that here.
Pretty
sure that's a form of sexual harassment.
No.
We're a 501c3 organization.
No.
Oh, my bad.
You get both skill trees. Okay. So you can kind of progress through. Okay. I'm down with that. It seems like you can go like really purist and play a very defined play style, or you can kind of diffuse it a little bit, kind of like an Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which was a good game.
I really wish
I really liked that game, and I didn't like a lot of years of Assassin's Creed. I do want to play it
because I follow the Valhalla I follow the Viking stories. So
okay,
you and Macro.
I'm an old school Assassin's Creed guy. I love the original story. When Desmond died, I died. Okay.
I died.
Yeah. Yeah, and then everything after that. The Assassin's Creed 4 was a great pirate game. You know, the old
Yep.
sentiment, the meme that it's a pirate game that has some Assassin's Creed in it is accurate. And, but it's still a good game. But everything after that, I didn't play. And I lost interest in the story. I was like, I don't want to be some fucking game developer. What kind of data are they getting from me right now? and after it lost its sexiness and appeal and intrigue. And it was just like a sci-fi game. It was like what happened when Star Trek got too cool.
What, became fucking Voyager?
It was like sometime mid Voyager. Star Trek got too cool, and then they started trying to make new movies that sucked balls, and I was just like, yeah, no.
Major balls.
Dude.
So, Templar, I don't know if you follow any, like, Viking lores, but from what I've heard from both these gentlemen, it makes me want to play it, because at some point you go to Valhalla, and you play through these stories that I have read.
And it's badass.
It's dope.
And, like...
It's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I came in and Major was like, I'm looking... You told me you were looking for, what, the cat's footprints? And, like, I was just like...
Footprints.
All of a sudden, I was like, what about the birds? Like, and, you know, I was saying these things, and you're all of a sudden, you're like, yep, I'm trying to make a chain. I'm like, you're not making a chain. You're making a fucking ribbon.
It's okay, Jay Brandon. Anyway, so Assassin's Creed Valhalla is more historically accurate than the show Vikings. And they occur at the same time in history. One of my little side hobbies is I love fucking history. I love history, and I particularly love English, Irish, and Scottish history. And so peripheral to that, Scandinavian history. And so the way that Assassin's Creed worked out was fulfilling. If you know the history, they did a pretty good job with it. King Alfred is a central player if you're into English history, and yeah, good game, but also just fun gameplay. I miss Ezio. I want Ezio back.
Ezio Alligatore!
Ezio Alligatore da Firenze. When I was in Florence, I climbed a building and had my wife take a picture just because of that game.
Hey, that's dope.
True story. I have the picture. Maybe I'll put it on the group
someday. Someday.
Yeah, someday when I can find it in my phone.
Well, it sounds like we're losing Macaron.
Oh, Macaron, are you dying over there? How you doing over there?
Tomorrow. I've drinking 2 energy.
I don't have to work tomorrow.
What?
Oh, well, I'm gonna go take a pee and I'm gonna get back, and you're gonna still be here. I'm not saying goodbye.
I mean, I can be. I'm gonna go eat some food here in a minute. I'm hungry.
I mean, we have already ran our 2 hours almost coming up. I want to get a little bit of gameplay in before I
pass out.
Well, I'm not passing out, dude. I drank a Rockstar and a fucking Bang, and
Blank is having a speed boner later tonight. That's what he's telling me.
Dude, we don't play speed games anymore.
Hey,
we just have energy.
Can Macaron make up a quick ad? I need you to show him this and have him make up a quick ad.
Why are you pulling milk out of my fucking refrigerator?
Why?
I don't know. He wants you to make a quick ad on Fairlife. This is my milk, and the light doesn't even do it fucking justice. I'm gonna put this over in his section. Make him put it away. Anyhow, Systematic. Thanks, Brandon. I usually go with Smiling Hills, but that shit, I don't drink milk a lot. I will see you next week too, Templar. But yeah, I don't usually drink milk, so I usually use Smiling. This one because it stays. Dude, it is the best. It is the best. I actually have some strawberry fucking Smiling milk in the fridge right now with some fucking pudding, and it's calling my name in a little bit. But I'm gonna jump on with the boys, Chef, Brandon, and Benny Boy or Ozo. We should all stream together.
Are we saying names? Oh, what are the names?
I
was just saying the names over there.
Oh well,
Double Chefin and whatever.
Oh my God, Double Chefin, Benny Boy, Randy.
And I'm gonna jump out, so I will catch y'all.
Macaron, it was nice to see
thanks
you.
for jumping on and thanks for all the pages tonight.
Sorry, I was a little late.
No, dude, you know what? Better late than never.
You know what?
Or that.
You saved this goddamn episode, and I'll tell you what, I'm gonna remember you for this.
Mwah, mwah, I love you all.
Mwah,
love you, man.
Hey,
Catch y'all
Come on
later.
tomorrow, dude, because
I'll be
tomorrow
around.
is an all-day gaming day for me. We're gonna game.
I'll be around in the morning for sure for a little bit.
Big time. Thank you, Macaron.
Man.
You know, we all love you.
Y'all. Love you too, babies.
Cheers, girl.
Rookies.
Systematic, if you want to watch us play some Classic, that's where we're going for all the 12 viewers hanging out with us. I'm going to go kick it with the boys.
Well, we got to officially end the show, but stay on. Stay on and join us for the after show fucking game time.
Fattie, what did you get from tonight?
What did I get from tonight? Well, I'll tell you what. So many things. But you know what I definitely got?
We can wing it without our fucking guest.
As an imaginary law student, I do have answers to these questions. Go ahead, Blanks. What did you get out of today?
We still don't know whatever happened to Natalie Portman.
Oh, and also, bye, GME. I am not a licensed security specialist. Do not listen to me. I eat crayons.
Till next week, when you find out that we're no longer Fattie and Blanks versus the world, we're Fattie and Blanks 2-drink minimum.
2-drink minimum. Cheers, guys.
This is Blanks.
I'm Fattie.
We'll see you guys around.
Later, boys. Oh, man.